Free Japan Channel number 183. Today, April 14th, Tuesday. The time is 9:30 a.m. Good morning, everybody. Tuesday morning. It is cloudy in Yokohama, but not so uncomfortable because spring is here. Green is all the more shining. Good season. Today's FGC topic is Orban lost the election. It was the result of last Sunday. Hungary's Prime Minister Viktor Orban lost the election and he has to retreat from the Hungarian politics. Orban was or has been Prime Minister of Hungary for 16 years. He fulfilled 4 terms of office of Prime Minister. It was long administration. In the process, Orban had the approach to get close to Russia, President Putin. At the same time, he approached President Trump, the US president. Therefore, Orban was in the position where he could talk with Putin and Trump. It is a rare politician for European leaders to talk with Putin and Trump. Or he is the sole politician who could achieve such political feat in the European politics. Orban was close to Putin, which means he was a bit distanced from President Zelensky, Ukraine president. In one word, Orban was a conservative politician, conservative leader who cherished tradition, culture, Christianity, and history. He was opposed to accepting immigrants, especially from the Middle East or from Africa. Now, EU countries are all plagued by the problem of immigrants in France, in Germany, Italy, Belgium, Netherlands, and Scandinavian countries all are now plagued by immigrants. However, Hungary is exempt from this social problem because Prime Minister Orban always refused to admit immigrants. Curiously speaking, Orban accepted the immigrants from China. Perhaps he was thinking that Chinese immigrants could bring some merit, some bounty to Hungary because China is now developing, growing, and the wealth is gathering in China. Therefore, this wealth can be transmitted to Hungary with Chinese immigrants. Maybe this was the calculation of Orban. Therefore, Hungary accepted immigrants from China, but not from other countries, Middle East, Africa. Orban was of the opinion that only Trump could solve the conflict between Russia and Ukraine. Tucker Carlson asked Orban how to end the war in Ukraine, and Orban immediately replied, "Get Trump back." This was a clear answer of Orban. Mr. Trump has been in administration for more than 1 year, and 1 year has passed, but Ukraine war didn't end yet, although Trump always said that he would end the war in Ukraine 24 hours when he was inaugurated. Orban has been respected by conservative people in Europe, and European leaders also esteemed his achievement, especially Giorgia Meloni, Italian Prime Minister, appraised his achievement at the news of this defeat this time. Little is known about the new leader of Hungary. We cannot appreciate or we cannot reckon the savvy of this new Hungarian leader. The influence of Orban was so great that the new leader always blur. Now is such a situation. Maybe this is the last occasion for Orban to run for Prime Minister. He will be retired from politics. The defeat was so overwhelming. So the victory of opponent was overwhelming. Therefore, the defeat of Orban was so historic that he couldn't come back to Hungarian politics again. Orban's accomplishment in European politics was not to be obliterated. He was truly a conservative politician. However, now President Trump is so unpopular due to Iranian war. Therefore, even J.D. Vance came to Hungary and rooted for Orban and addressed Hungarian people to vote for Orban. However, this was reverse effect. Trump administration is unpopular even in Hungary. The historic defeat of Orban this time was, in a sense, the result of unpopularity of Iranian war, which Trump and Netanyahu began. Now, European politics is moving in the direction of conservatism. In Germany, Alternative for Germany. In France, National Rally. In Italy, Meloni's faction Orban was, in a sense, a precursor of conservatism in Europe. Now, we shouldn't forget his footprint. Thank you.